California.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about the Bronze Age format and the Majestix Open Series, please check out openseries.majestixccg.com. Also, if you want to learn about Heroclix strategies, tactics, and lists from the game's top players, please visit majestixccg.com/apex-insiders. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores at stores.ebay.com/MajestixHeroclix and stores.ebay.com/ClicksCollective. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. And again, my name is Jeff, and as always, my co-host Patrick.
What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
We've been off. We were supposed to do this like last week, but things happen, and I guess we're better late than never. But just in time, because we can go over your event and then the upcoming event, which I'm actually excited for because it's always cool to do events in Vegas. But just real quick, how do you think the event ran? That you like? Just I guess a quick recap, I guess, right? Like just.
Dude,
like
I think everything went great.
Just like how it ran, yeah.
I think I ran the rounds pretty quick. Some people were dragging a little longer on their last turn, but you tell them to get going and they finish up. I think I made one mistake on the ruling. Other than that, I thought I made mistakes, but I didn't.
We'll go over that, but there's a very corner case thing that nobody knows. Actually, Adam wrote an article regarding it because people didn't know this. So it is a very, very corner case, which we'll go over.
But you as a contestant, how did you feel it was ran?
It was good.
Thank you.
I mean, shit, there's so much space. I mean, I just like that it's so much space, and there's a lot of airflow,
fans,
which is good.
Yeah, tons
also,
of fans.
Probably also because it wasn't like in the dead of summer, where it's like 90 degrees outside, so it was a nice breeze. Even because
a week earlier, it was very warm up there, so we're lucky it cooled down.
But it was okay. Like I was up there the whole time, and it was fine. Like it was a little warm, but not to where it got uncomfortable.
I don't think it got above 80.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I think that's okay. But the 25 players is a record for you, right?
Yes, it was. Woo.
So this is our third event of the year and third record-breaking number so far. Lancaster first ever 20. Bakersfield 31, Newark 25. So this is good. People are.
It's been a great season.
Yeah, people want to play. People want to travel, which is awesome. So it's good. Like we're really building a good community out here. I think that's good for this. But
best part there's no.
Also, the pricing was insane, by the way.
Thank you.
And when we talk about Landers, he's definitely trying to one up you.
Trying to one up me, right?
Yeah, but hey, that just shows you like that's why like the TOs like you, him, Roland, the Barragans, like Armando, you guys really, do it for the love, which is awesome because that's how you get more people to come.
We care about our players.
You know what I mean? So it's cool. Like the fact that you guys, you don't even have to do what you're doing, but you're doing it to get more people because, it's part of the community, and that's awesome. Anyway, let's start with topic one. Obviously the Newark regional, your store, 25 players, bronze, obviously. Alyssa won, but let's go over the top 8 lists. Let's start with her winning list. So this is like a oldie but goodie. Like basically it's an updated version of what you won with, right?
Yeah.
And it's more of a what a metagame call is because of a lot of like soft things that are out there. Also the addition of Cosmo makes maggots even better, right?
So Lockjaw Cosmo just by itself is like a solid 75-point combo that you could build around any team.
It's Cosmo is like one of the best legacies that they've made. And then obviously now with Khazar not needing to play Alyosha to save your prime slot open if you needed it. But This is just animals. There's a million ways to build it. You can go super aggressive, like with Hamurai and Craven, or you could go more controlly like this, because the maggots. I mean, having here 3 maggots, you can see it's because our 3 maggots, Cosmo, Chip, Lockjaw. A lot of these are just old hat. It's just the 2 new pieces that kind of make it way, way better is Cosmo and Khazar. Like that's
definitely a solid upgrade.
Yeah. She was. I mean, with the changes, because the original version of this had, if you took out the 10 points from the lantern ring and the 10 points from the emotional modifier, you can put high evolutionary. So that was like my list.
Yes.
And then now, because they haven't really changed high evolutionary in modern, but silver, but not having all those theme probs. So maybe you just play, even though he just has prob, it's probably better to change it out, because also you get Destroy Prime. Having Lantern Ring and emotional modifier makes it so that your attacks will hit, because they'll get -1 defense, and the Empower makes sure that your all your Pogs and all your guys are actually hitting for chunks of damage. Not to mention that the two lanterns can make constructs to like do extra stuff.
Yeah, and Chip just being able to keep making the same construct over and over again. Like, so if you kill their stop sign, guess what? Get another stop sign next turn.
Yeah.
Shit's annoying.
Yeah, so she went undefeated the whole day, right?
Yeah, I don't think she lost.
Yeah, and then she ended up. Yeah, so this is kind of like the answer to, people were asking about, like, man, what about the Mystique team? Like, well, this eats it.
Like, I see that across the table.
Like,
It's a good game.
Like, there's really not much you can do, because even if you spread them all out, essentially one of the Mystiques is going to die really fast. She goes down to 3 clicks down, and Cosmo turns off something, then that Mystique is going to die because she doesn't have anything to really do. And then with Chip making stop sign barrier constructs to make sure that they can't get through, that Mystique is going to die. Because even though she will be able to ignore characters, she doesn't have that sidestep, and she doesn't like ignore elevated or anything else. So if there's a wall there, she won't be able to get through. Also, it's a theme team, so it's a wash on the map roll. But yeah, this is just like basically at this point your cookie cutter animal team that you always have to prepare for when you're playing in bronze. And I would say even in silver, because in silver I think a version of this got 2nd place. I think I think everything here is modern, right? Except for the sideline people.
Minus the sideline, yeah, and
that's it. And then
she's not really attacking.
But everything else is like the main team is good to go, right?
Yeah.
So all right, and then now here's the 2nd place. Is we were talking about if we should do something about this, because there's a lot of Scarab type teams, but we didn't see that many. But your event just a crap load of Scarabs now.
So because we were talking shit about Scarab, no one plays Scarab, and then all of a sudden,
boom, there's just a bunch. But so here's 3 Scarabs for your ass right here, right? No theme.
No.
Yeah, go ahead and.
So you got the Tri-Scarab, one with a 0, one with influence, regular old vanilla Scarab. You got Mad Jim, Commissioner with the Darkhold, Molecule Man, Green Lantern, with the ring, Thug. So he does have his Secret 6.
Yep. See, that's.
So Mad Jim assigns exospecs, and then he does some pulse waving, some stuff. Copying the influence.
So let's clear something. A lot of people didn't realize this.
Oh yes.
He didn't realize this too. Richard didn't realize this too, because he you'll see later on he has exospecs. When you do the special dash power that Scarab shoots from basically across the map, he only deals 1.
No matter
period.
How many
no
people
matter
you
how
target.
many people are there, he deals 1. Not 1 to each. Not 1 to this guy. A total of 1. Not they take 1. He deals a total of 1. Meaning when you pulse wave, he's dealing 1 damage to 1 person. So you have to assign it to 1.
You're dealing one damage to one person.
Yep. One. Okay. So, and I know Richard likes to double down on not believing that, but
it's not like we're wrong very often.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not wrong on that.
Statistically speaking, I feel like we have a pretty good record on these things.
Oh, also he asked me a stupid line of fire question, so I think that negates his that negates his knowledge, because I'm like, you asked me a very basic line of fire question, and the player that he was playing was new. Let me just tell you real quick the pre-release. There was a new player. He's only been playing a few months, and he was shooting from elevated onto down, and there was a guy in front, and Richard called me over and asked if they could see, and I'm like,
"Oh, Richard,
dude, like, this guy's new and he knows the line of fire and you don't." I was like, come on, man. That's why I was just like, you lose all credibility about the Scarab ruling if you're asking me this simple. It was really simple too. It was just like, can you see over the guy? He's on level 2 and level 1. And I was like, okay, all right. Anyway.
Oh, Richard.
Yeah. So
right, back to Jonah.
Yeah.
So
we'll get to Richard later because he's coming up.
So basically, he's just got a lot of barrier. He hides behind the barrier. He sits there and he pings you. He mind controls you. And it's a very non-interactive team.
Yeah, he's just burying back there, and hopefully, I mean, he's not theme. If you're playing theme, pick construction site or something. Yeah, and it makes it much harder because you can just get over there if you can. But yeah, he made it all the way. I think that's how Alyssa basically got him.
Construction site.
She basically let him go first. She just based him and it's like, see what happens. And you can't do anything. So I think like he concede after like 2 turns or something.
Yeah. I know. Like he had just started his turn and I step outside to answer a question. And then in that time, like, I guess they had shaken hands and said good game. And then I'm like, you guys are done? Shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's like I always said, it's really hard when you get to base the Scarabs, because it's hard for them to do much. Right, because they're not known as like big attackers up. They're more like using things to disrupt you. So
if you base them, they can't do ranged attacks.
Yeah, it's tough, man. And obviously when she's basing you with like pogs, you have to deal with the pogs. That's like you're basically just incapping yourself, killing all the pogs, and then the real pog, like the real team comes and gets you now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but it's cool. It's a good team. I mean, like. He went all in on the Scarab. That's it's thing. I was joking with him. He was going to play Scarab Batman Prime, and similar. It's a do nothing. It's a do nothing team.
Yeah.
So it's a Dirtle team. There you go.
Dirtle. Yeah.
All right.
All right. Third place was
Richard Medina. The devil. Here we go. See, it's the same. He's playing the same team. DJ, Doom, Scarab. Sky Tyrant, Mad Jim, right?
Dude, he's been playing the same team
over and over
since like pandemic.
Yeah, same type of team. It's always like a DJ. It's always a live variant.
Sky Tyrant,
and then whatever else.
Yeah.
But you could see he has the exospecs on him, so because he thought he could do the same thing. So obviously that doesn't work. But he has an answer to Alyssa's team in Doom.
Lord Doom.
Yeah, Lord Doom. If you swap in Lord Doom, it's gonna be hard for them to do anything because she can't make the pogs, because she starts with I think eight characters, because I think you have to generate Zabu.
You do.
So she goes to 8, and if you look at his team, it's I think 6 or 7.
7.
Yeah. So there's just one more than so basically what needs to happen is Alyssa needs to basically let something die. So that she can make a thing, but then at the same time she's trying to kill his guys. So it's kind of like
yeah. So without her being able to gen the tokens, it's really hard to deal with this team.
I think a thing where a team like this, where you're going to use Lord Doom against things like that, you probably should top out at 6, because it gives you another. it gives you like that cushion when you kill something on their side. You still have another thing. I think seven is really pushing it. I think.
So it looks like he took an object off Sky Tyrant for Aunt May.
No, he played
all black.
No, he played Carnage before.
Ah, that's what. Okay.
Yeah, like because he had 10 points and he just changed. Like, you know what, I'm gonna play Aunt May. Like he played Aunt May in Bakersfield, but before he was playing Carnage.
Okay.
Regular Carnage.
Yep, big boy.
Big boy. Yep.
All right. So, cool.
And I mean, this is your basic. It's your basic like control team with Sky Tyrant, right? So
yeah, Scarab disrupts you. Sky Tyrant comes in and smacks you, and
it's very simple, straightforward. But this is kind of type of teams you got to like kind of look forward to, look to fight against when you're building your teams.
All right.
Yeah, and here comes the cheapest team in the cheapest team there. Oh my god, he doesn't even have a sideline, like real sideline.
No.
Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. Like, yeah, go ahead.
All right, so he's got Kang the Conqueror with the Waldo arms, SPDR with Skybreaker, AFFE Scarlet Witch with Reality Gem, and Madam Web with Sinestro Ring. So it's actually a pretty cool trick with the SPDR with the Skybreaker. So one of the tricks I saw him do was he goes up, makes the ranged attack, and gets with like in cap or whatever, pulls him over and uses the blades. Then he gets to make, because he uses blades, he gets to make the range attack with the Skybreaker. And because he made the range attack, he now gets to make another close attack. You can attack 4 times up to. So the trick, what's really good about him, about the SPDR is you can get around Mastermind with this, because normally you can just like, if you just running shot hit somebody for 3, right, you're gonna go. But yeah,
if he running shots and incaps them, you're not masterminding. Now you get to pull over the guy that was over there, and now you get to beat him up. Boom, 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 boom. So that's one way to get around it. And yeah, good thing Skybreaker says once per turn. Otherwise, this is an infinite loop.
Dude, that would be busted.
Provided you keep hitting.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Skybreaker gets banned real fast.
Dude, that's so crazy, because then you're like, you can get through like the Soul Sword Blackheart bullshit if it was infinite. Over and over and over. Just like, you're like, I'm just gonna keep going until I kill you, right? But yeah, it's a good. He can attack 4 times. And the team has everything else too, right? It has Prob, it has Outwit, it has TK, Perplex. Rings.
King is, dude, and then just Madam Web's Super Sense.
Yeah. The rally.
Her rally trait, just to be clear.
Yeah, the rally trait.
Rally trait.
Yeah, there's, oh my god. Yeah. I was watching him play. It's only 4 pieces, but if you really break it down, Madam Web is the only one there that's easy to kill.
Yeah.
Because she's only 4. However, between Prob, Reflexes, Stealth, and Super Senses, it can be tough, but yeah, she can go down. Then the next one is Scarlet Witch, but her is on a 1. So, a lot of times, if he's attacking a bunch of times, you're going to get 1s. So, which means if you attach, she can change one of your attacks into a 1, so it makes it kind of hard to get through Scarlet Witch, too. And then, if you get through that, you got to get through SPDR and Kang. It's really hard. I don't remember seeing either of them go down the entire day.
SPDR only dies if Penny dies, right? Yep.
So an interesting note here, if it got to that point, which it won't, because he built it correctly, it's only 4 pieces. But if for example he had more pieces, more guys than Lord Doom's team, SPDR would just die because Penny won't be able to be generated. And then you're just dead. But because he only has 4 pieces, there's no point in playing Lord Doom. So, yeah, that's basically 90 points of just like soaking up. And Kang's trick is kind of cool because his defense power is protected outward, so he's always going to have super senses. And when he rolls super senses, he heals 1. Okay, but when you get a 6, he heals 3. Ooh. Well, you can combo that with Madam Web.
Madam Web.
Because it's a 6 automatically, so he heals 3 no matter what. So he goes to top click almost every time.
Wow.
So that's, he's 200 points. You get a maximum of 80 points because the reality gem and the ring drop. So you'd have to maybe get 100. So as long as he gets over 100 or maybe just 80, 85, if you don't wins. Then he just wins. I think that's what he was doing because he went 4-1. So this is like the most unique team in the top 8. This is definitely way it's out there, right?
I looked at the table and I'm like, what is this guy playing? Like, I remember Brandon telling me about him. Like, Brandon got his ass beat because he couldn't get past the super senses in Lancaster. Yeah. But luckily, we made some adjustments to Brandon's team, and they had the rematch Friday night, and then Brandon just pushed his shit in. Because, you get no super senses with all black.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So that's what he's banking on with the team is the super senses. So
yeah, that's what it is, yeah. But I think I made a version of this I think is better because it doesn't rely on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we tested it originally like this weekend, and they're just like, how do we not find this piece earlier? The SPA is really, really good. Okay.
All right. One map and Jim with his symbiote.
Oh yeah. So this is the other team is kind of unique, but it's a lot of, it's like the same stuff. I mean, it's Carnage Surfer, so how different, can it be?
Is Carnage Surfer the new the pumpkin spice lattes of Heroclix?
Yeah. It's like whatever the new because it's like there's Sky Tyrant and there's this guy. It's like whatever the new seasonal thing.
New hotness. All right, so he's got Incandescence Lightning Ring, Venom Thanos with the black symbiote, Carnage Thor with the red symbiote. It's on theme. Mad Jim with the Remaker Spin Ring, Mr. Oz symbiote with 10-point octopus arms, Carnage Legacy, and Gamma Bomb.
Yeah. Surprisingly, it's not a theme team, right? Even though it looks very similar.
I think Mr. Oz throws it off.
Oh, Mad Jim too. I mean, there's a bunch. Also, I don't think all of them are monsters. Maybe they all are. The rest of them, they are. The rest of them are monsters.
I don't know if symbiote is.
Yeah, I think it might just be a symbiote.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
lots of rings to swap.
Yeah, it's you're basically like kind of like a different version of like J Major ran with his Carnage team. It's just without the theme and without playing the Genesis Apocalypse thing. This is all. I mean, there's just if you look at this team, there's like 3 like tier 1 type attackers, and then the symbiote could be a 4th one if it gets in there because it has charge flurry.
I like it. Giant reach.
Yeah, so he has a lot, and then he has the 2 of the best support pieces, Mad Jim and Mr. Oz. Between those 2, you got TK, Perplex.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Mr. Oz has been forgotten about. Like we haven't seen him in a while
because he's old.
It's good to see Jim pulling back or pulling him.
Also, with the new TK rules, Mr. Oz is even better because now they're basically TKing only 2 squares.
Yeah, like anywhere gets TK'd gets go back too.
So basically, you're just and you're making your TK into 6. So you're doing regular TK while they're doing just a sidestep.
The good old days.
Yeah, he's doing a sidestep, and his prop is like ignores everything. 12 range.
Yeah, like on the small maps, it's everywhere.
Yeah, just basically the whole map. Yeah. Obviously, Enchanted Crowbar. Of course, I love that one. I think we should be seeing more and more Black Bone type effects because there's a lot of stop click.
Dude, a lot of stop, especially in the new set. There's a lot of stop clicks.
There's a lot. I'm just playing a lot of those pieces now.
Oh, Wonder Woman. You know what? I was happy we didn't see too much of Wonder Woman.
I know. I don't think any of them are in here, right? Let's see. Let's keep going.
I haven't seen one yet. All right. Let's see. Hector.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, here's I keep talking about like this is the 3rd team in the top 8. That's like different.
Right? Like we've never seen anything like this. And like
no.
It was a tough field. Like there's a lot of good players there. And like for this like random stuff to kind of sneak in, it's really cool.
Yeah, no, and it's the only true tentpole on here.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Dude,
all right.
No sideline, no maps. So if he won the map roll, he had to go first, right?
He just has to defer. Yeah.
Yeah, he has to. No, if he wins the die roll, he has to choose to go first.
Yeah, he has to let them choose map.
Yeah.
So Nimrod, Atrocitus with the Red Lantern ring, back another Mr. Oz, Dark Phoenix, and Tri-Sentinel.
There you go. Atrocitus is the legacy. That's cool. I think this is the one where they can't use stop clicks, and
it is. I had to look at that, and I was like, oh, I didn't know he did that.
That's kind of cool. Like, I'm like, finally, I've been like trying to see like how. I think 75 is a lot, but man, he made it work.
Dude, Dark Phoenix, Tri-Sentinel, like good retals with Nimrod Prime, who's pretty beefy. Yeah, dude. Like I saw him just pulse waving the shit out of people. I'm just like, all right.
It's good too because his TK with Mr. Oz on Nimrod is he can like line him up to really get to where he wants to get to, which is kind of cool.
And yeah, the booping, I like it.
I like repositioning. I think he lost to Noah right in the top. So that I think he did.
I saw him lose to
in the top eight.
Was it Noah? Yeah, top 8. They played on camera.
Yeah, because remember that was the one because I'm like, what?
And I think before that he had lost to Jonah.
Oh yeah, because I could scare him.
Can't do shit.
All right. Oh shit! It's the same team.
What?
So I was really trying to get this in there because if you look at the team, if you don't look at like the sideline, the team, it's Magneto's a common, Saber common, Mr. Sinister is a super rare. The Tri-Sentinel Master Mold you could buy on like just buy him. Really, and Isaac is not that much. Really, it's just a Fulcrum that's probably like where you actually have to try to like get on eBay or whatever. But you could like the others, you could like Tri-Sentinel Master Mold, I believe you just buy on.
Everything's all very accessible.
Wizkid site. Yeah, it's all and then the rings could be whatever you want, but like it's also themed, but it just I don't know, just not when there's just a lot of attacks going on at the same time, it can chew through. Like I lost because I relied too much on the pulse wave, and I think it's getting to be like one of those false sense of security when you're like, oh, if I get this, it's done, and then you miss, and you're like, oh wait, what happened? Whereas, because I'm going all in on that, whereas normally when I play something, there's always a backup. This one, it's it because if Magneto connects with that pulse wave, it's done. Like it's over. Like everybody's basically dying, and then if I can do the Tri-Sentinel followed by Magneto, it's done. Because that's how I end up losing in the top 8 to Richard. Well, there was another mistake. I missed like a key pulse wave with Magneto to like basically kill his team. It would have killed Tri-Sentinel. It would have killed like Sky Tyrant because he would have taken one and he would have hit the wall and then die. But then I think I rolled a 3. I think I needed a 4 because Magneto was a 13 attack and Sky Tyrant's a 17.
And you got one 18. Problem on this team?
Yeah, there's one problem on the team, which is the Fulcrum. But it died already. Because I had to use it earlier, and he ended up killing it. And so I was like, well, I need a 4. Like, here he goes. And nope. I just need a 4, really. 5 would have hit everyone, but a 4 would have hit Scarab. It would have hit Faust.
Yeah.
It would hit Aunt May. It would have hit... it basically would hit everyone except for Doom and Magim, which I don't care for. I just needed to get rid of Sky Tyrant because Sky Tyrant was the one that got me. But also, I think what my mistake was like, I put... Destroyer Prime next to Sky Tyrant, not thinking he could kill him, and he just was like, I'm gonna put the power gem and just flurry him and kill him. So he's like, what? He's like, oh, you're in click 3. Okay, I'm gonna just flurry you, and then so that's how he won by that margin. The Destroyer Prime.
Dang.
So yeah, that was smart on his part because he could have tried to spin his wheels by trying to do 1 damage to everybody, but he was like, why? Let me just go kill him. So that's how I ended up winning.
Richard's always looking for that Destroyer Prime. Like ever since Clay got he got Clay with it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He got Clay with it. Like ever since then I've seen him always like let me see your Destroyer.
Because the Sky Tyrant is probably the best answer to it because it's the only one that really can like
that much damage.
Like flurry exploit like very quickly. Like there's not many pieces out there that just have flurry exploit. Yeah. Like even if you play Sakarian, he doesn't have it. So that's how it was smart in him because I did not even think that he was gonna it didn't even cross my mind that he would try to attack it. Because I was like, wow, I think he's gonna go down. But like I ended up getting basically his guys were basically gonna all die.
Yeah.
But because he killed the Destroyer Prime, I'm like, well, it's too much. Like it made it to the point to where I had to kill his last two guys to win.
Oof.
Like if not, because he killed Destroyer. So that's smart on his part.
Good job, Richard.
But yeah, this the pulse wave thing, man. Like against when I play against Noah too, and the retail pulse wave tri-sentinel crit miss, and that actually really bad because even if I just missed, I would have been okay because tri-sentinel can still move,
yeah,
and I could kill his guys because there was barrier, there was like blocking all over the place, and I was like, cool, it's cool. Because I was like, if I miss, I'm okay. Like, but it didn't cross my mind that I would crit miss. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, all right, well that sucks. And that's when I don't know. You were downstairs, but no one goes, oh my god. He goes, oh my god. He's like, oh, what? Because he kind of knew, like, dude. Because the move was this, like, it would have been awesome. Because if I hit, SPDR was gonna die.
Damn.
Then Penny gets placed somewhere, and then I just kill her.
Is that power pulse wave protected? Probably.
Yeah. But then I could just walk over with tri-sentinel.
Then it'll pop it,
right? But because of the crit, I didn't even get a chance. So I ended up losing by like whatever. I got 80 points. And I think he got like 120 or something like that.
Yeah, I remember this was a close game. Yeah, it's a game of dice.
It's good. No, don't talk to me about that. It ain't a game about dice. You'll never be able to convince me of that.
Statistically speaking, you only have one prob on the team.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like if you have more probs, it's not going to happen, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's why it's hard to put it on this team because it's like
robots didn't really have prob to begin with, but when the theme teams finally gave it to them, like, hey, we're good.
Well, the pulse wave was supposed to also it's supposed to even it out.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to get anything, right? You can't like roll out of it, and Magneto's a 13 attack. But that's why that's why I put the Fulcrum on there for the prob. But I mean, if they kill it, I mean, there's not much I can do.
Speaking of pulse wave turning off powers, I had to inform someone that goes through walls, and just people within the range do not get it. There's no line of fire required. And I was like, all right, so you're pulse waving yourself, and you're turning off all your powers that you chose this turn.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Who was it?
It was Jonah.
Dude, how did he get to?
It was Jonah.
How do you finish second for not knowing the rules? That's crazy because like I actually over there, because he was. Good thing he found out in round 1 that he couldn't do the pulse wave thing, because otherwise he would have been doing that to people.
He would have been cheating all day.
I told him round 1 you couldn't do it, so that's why he was like, okay, cool. At least he told me. But I'm like, man, what's going on here?
I know. I felt like that was pretty common knowledge.
Take a look at the card, and I said, read the card. Like, what does the card say?
When a friendly character uses super senses, instead of rolling d6, you may remove one of Madame's rally die to use it. So instead of rolling d6 is definitely different than.
Exactly. That's why I just said. That's why I said. Every time I watch someone play, Noah was okay because he knows the card, but other people that were playing it would just be like, roll, and then they don't get it, then they remove it, and I was like, and I remember I had to tell, I was like, hey Armando, you gotta go tell him to read that card because it's not right.
Yeah.
Because that's actually that's way better. Because then what if you just roll a 6 and you just save it?
Right.
So, yeah, because it's and I remember they're asking, no, isn't it like that? I was like, well, what does the card say? It specifically says instead of rolling, and they were like, oh, I didn't read that part. I'm like, oh my god. Like, but it's like that all the time. Yeah, that's a huge difference. But anyway, that's just like one of the things. I think that's a thing that most Clicks players don't do. They just
read
like
the fucking card.
Yeah, they just go with like what they think it is as opposed to what it is. I think this is really cool, and I really kudos to Craig for really thinking about this, because this is like, I think he went 1-4, right?
I believe so.
At least he won a game. But look at this. It's a police theme capture team. What the?
Dude, with so
awesome.
One of the criterias for the BBW was to build with ATAs, and the other one was to build with entities. I didn't think I saw any entities at the event.
No.
Except for on the price table. So Craig went with the ATA route to try and earn his BBW, and he successfully did it with the GCPD.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
ATA and the use of capture.
Yeah, capture. Oh my god, this is cool, man. I like, if you look at the team too, it's just like a bunch of guys in suits, and then there's Flash. Right? It's like they're all like,
it's a bunch of cop guys. That's hilarious.
Yeah. And then the Flash, boom. That's cool. I mean, he was telling me he was capturing people, but then it's just like sometimes he just doesn't get the capturing, then he just gets rolled.
Yeah. Or if he gets them captured, like Gordon just dies.
Yeah, if they die, yeah, because there's like too many attackers. But yeah, that's kind of cool. Now move on to the metagame. What because you saw, what was the metagame like? What was everybody playing? Like, what was the things that you saw the most of?
So it was a lot of scarabs. Dude, everyone had almost like half the field had a 2x2 carnage.
Yeah.
And it was like the legacy.
The legacy carnage.
Yeah, like it was just a lot of different stuff. But I definitely think the scarabs were predominant and the carnages were.
How many animal like maggots were there? None, huh? Just one.
I think it was just Alyssa, right?
That's crazy. Like that's like that's like
Galtum was playing, team. I think, one maggot.
Oh, one, right? One. Okay. But okay, which brings me to talking about banworthy. So I know Scarab has been tossed around a lot, right? It's always on the watch list. It's always, but I think with the 2x2 maps, much like the new first player map choosing thing hurt Batman Prime, the new 2x2 maps hurt Scarab, right? Because they don't have the luxury of being an extra 8 squares away from you. You can just
close that distance very quickly.
Yeah, right. And now they become like they're almost neutered, right? And it, like, Alyssa definitely exploited that in the finals. If you guys watch it, she just ran up there and just like, here, what are you gonna do? Nothing. But I think a more pressing one is Maggot. Maggot, it's one of those that not many people play right now. But when you see what Maggot can do,
so much,
it's getting to be a little much, in my opinion, for 40 points nonetheless, right? 40 points, mind you. He gets to heal, make 2 different pogs. They get to, after they move, been carried, they can drop them, do it, and then they can take them in the same turn. They can remove to heal, they can remove to get +1 stats. One has a poison, one has exploit, like, and it has prob, and he goes to perplex. He's just, and super sense. Like, it's just so much to deal with. Whereas the issue with Scarab is like at the beginning of the game, it's like, oh, he's all the way over there, I'm over here. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna disrupt me. But when Maggot gets in there, it's so hard, especially in multiples. I think Maggot is so hard to. It's
a lot to deal with.
Like, what do you think of that? Because like, if it wasn't for the fact that Lord Doom is on the map, I don't know. I don't think there's anything you could do to. If Lord Doom wasn't an option, I think Maggot has to be gone. That's the only thing that can keep it in check, I think, right? Because nothing stops you from like making.
I'm trying to think what else stops bystand. So Merlin would stop the free actions.
Yeah. Okay.
He
would limit. Okay.
Like he would limit the free actions. I'm trying to think what else.
It would limit to 4. He would limit to 4. And don't think that's. I don't think that's
So he gets
I
to
don't
use
think
two
that's that
maggots then.
detrimental. He could use 2 maggots.
If you just play 2, right? That seems fine.
Yeah, yeah, because you play. It's just she's playing 3. Merlin is one though. That is an option.
And even right, Robot Doom limits the autonomous stuff, right?
Yeah, Robot Doom does stop that, but he doesn't stop
the poison.
The poison. So maybe, yeah.
Because poison's a free action too, right? So Merlin.
You have to do both.
No, so you free action drop poison, and then you suck up. That's 3 free actions. So Merlin does stop it.
So it has to be Merlin. Cold. How many points is Merlin first?
50.
And is it a good enough piece to play?
Didn't Patrick get second place in
he played it, yeah.
With Merlin, correct, right?
Yeah. Let's take a look at Merlin. So maybe this might be like an answer because he is a mystical too. Right?
I'm actually looking at him.
I think he's a mystical ruler. I believe he has perplex too. So let's take a look.
Share the screen. And here we are. During each of that player's turn, that player can't give their characters free actions if they've already given a number of free actions equal to their action total.
Zoom in. Let's see. Okay. So if they have leadership, then it's 4, and that's his trait, right?
Yeah.
And what are his keywords?
Cosmic, mystical, past ruler.
Okay. All right.
So he can be on a Doom team.
Invincible. Yep. Invincible, free for the 6 and then 1 click or modify Merlin's defense +1 until your next. You know what? And then let's see his dial.
3 clicks.
So he also gives you. He's basically a leadership guy too, because he just gives you +1. So that's kind of cool. I feel like 50 might be a lot, but in the face of these maggots, that's really a lot.
Seems like somewhat of an answer. It's not a great answer, but
yeah. I mean that is, you know what, that's actually pretty good idea, because like if you're doing, like, let's say you're also playing barrier with this, they have to use, like, if they're using chip, that's 1 free.
Yeah.
And then they have the fire hydrant, that's 2. Now you can only go free maggot poison. That's all you got. Okay. I can feel it. But like if you're doing the boot, it's like free drop it, free knockback, that's already 2.
2, right? That's so your free actions like get sucked up real fast. So maybe
you know what? I was thinking about this too. Does this also hurt Mystique?
Sidestep is a free action. Force blast is free.
Yeah, and then doing spin and influence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, time. Price check on Merlin. All right,
dude, and he's got invincible, so like I can't even kill him.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough.
I can't outwit him.
Nope. Like Cosmo could do something, but like that's about it. All right. Okay, so I think further things we'll have to test more with Merlin, and he's got the good keywords too, right? I mean,
yeah.
Cosmic Mystical Ruler, that's like
past.
It's like everything.
Everywhere you want to be.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. All right. So moving on to topic 2. Let's look at the U.S. Nationals announcement. Oh, boy.
Alrighty, friends.
Oh, my God. So,
we don't care about your cookies, whiz kids.
Do you, if they have it there, you can just, like, read it, or I can...
Do you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. Go ahead.
Okay. U.S. National Championships, WizKids is going to bring a super amount of Heroclix fun to Gen Con this year. Let's see what their idea of a super amount of Heroclix fun is.
Yeah.
U.S. Nationals Championship. We're excited to host the U.S. Nationals.
Go on.
Event registration is open. To qualify to play in the championship rounds Saturday, we're offering 4 qualifier events, 1 on Thursday afternoon, 2 on Friday, 1 on Saturday morning. Due to limited space, each qualifier is capped at 16 people.
Dude.
1-6.
That means you can only play. They only allow 64 players total to play in the Nationals. That's absurd. I think they did this last year too, but this isn't a true nationals then, because it's essentially who can sign up first.
Yeah.
It's not who made it. It's who signed up first. Also, because they only have it limited to 16 per, like someone like me, I'm not going to go and play now because I don't want to risk not being able to play.
Yeah.
So now people like me we're not going to go. But
I started talking to Quinn about this, and then I saw this. I was like, never mind.
If it was open, I might go because I want to go to Gen Con. But if I go to Gen Con, it'll be for Lorcana. And even that one's fucking capped. But that's a different story. But they're also allowing more people. But the fact that they only allow 16 players per pod, and it's only 16 in the finals, I don't want to. I know it's gonna be like I'm like diminishing the accomplishment, but like, look, man, if you win this with only 64 people allowed to play, that's not a real national championship, right? Like,
how many did PJ have at his last event? Like 70 something?
Yeah, he had like 70. Then and that was open, so like everyone got to play. So you really got to see who's the best. Here, it's just who can get signed up first. That's terrible, man.
And do you have to play the same team in your pods as you do in the finals?
No, you don't. I know that for sure. Because you register on you register a different team on
the finals day. See,
yeah. But you can only play in at the very least. I mean, if there's a bright side to this, you can only sign up for one. You can't be like, I'm going to sign to all four. No,
right?
It's really bad. I can't.
Because then it'll be the same 16 people that signed up for all four.
Yeah, I know. This is so bad. I can't. It's making it really like Wizkids is making it really hard to want to like support them like this. You know what I mean? It's when you do. I understand if it's a space issue. Okay, then don't make it the nationals. Do a national something else, but to like.
Yeah, if it's a space issue, this is not the place to do.
Yeah.
Nationals, like
so like
you can find a venue somewhere else.
I'm saying is like to bastardize this. That's basically what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's like a slap in the face to all competitive players. If they wanted to make it a Gen Con championship, okay. But national championship, you can't put that title when you only limit it to 64 people that got lucky and signed up. It's almost like a lottery.
That's like the percentage of just the population is like the small like 0.000.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
Do they feel their player base is that small that they're going to struggle to fill 16 slots?
Yeah, no, it's not. You know that's not the issue, right?
It's a space, right?
It's a space, so it has nothing to do with that because they know. Remember, last year at Worlds had like over 200 people play, so they know that it's not that.
Yeah,
it's an issue. It's an issue about space, so that means they shouldn't be running it here, or maybe they should probably allocate some more space from the battle royals into this, and just make battle royals a little bit, I don't know, more compact, whatever. But I think,
or just be like, hey, this is not the event for us, guys.
Yeah, this is terrible. Like if they did something like this for Worlds, then it's not real.
Didn't they used to do stuff at Origins too?
Yeah, so Nationals used to be at Origins.
Yeah,
and it used to be open. Like it used to be open. Like you had to play in the qualifying events throughout the thing, and then the finals would be on a Saturday.
Okay.
But you had Thursday, and Friday, various things, but there was no cap. You could just try to enter.
It was grinders, right?
Yeah, you grinders. You try to get in, and that was cool because they also make more money because it's like if you don't make it, you're gonna pay more money to go play, right? Whatever.
I remember, was one of the young kids, and he kept joining grinders, and like winning the first game, and then like then giving up the second game to get his opponent's Connelly. Who was that? Micah Love. Pulling some shady shenanigans with the grinders.
Yeah. He's working his game in the system. Now, if they want to make it where you can only win, like if you win and you can't enter again, then obviously that should be a thing. But if you're not qualified, you should try to keep going. Anyway, I think this
More
national
the
is
merrier.
it's going to be stupid, and it's going to be all homogenized because it's going to be the same 64 people that go and play. So the metagame is just going to look like that. It's just going to look like what you normally see at like their own regional area, because it's only going to be those people that can go. Because people who are traveling from other parts of the country might not be able to make it, so they might not even travel, right? So it's only going to be the people who are like, oh, I signed up, because I'm like an hour away.
Yeah.
And like me and you, we got to get on a plane. We got to take that week off.
Hotel.
It's way different, right?
Yeah.
So like we're not going to chance it. So
I
mean,
and say 16 people sign up and then like 4 people don't show up in that pod. Are they going to fill the slots there?
yes. So there's going to be like a wait list that like you can pay your generic tickets. See,
that's even like little sus too.
Yeah, it's stupid because like the people who are going to be on that wait list are going to basically be the people who are already going to be at Gen Con.
Yeah.
But someone like
The
me
locals.
and you, if we go there, we're going to be there specifically for that. And if we can't get in, then we're kind of screwed, right?
Why am I here?
Yeah. So
Anyway,
anyway,
there's battle royales, right?
It's
because I want to travel across the country to play battle royales.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, and also their whole battle royale system is, I think, pretty bad too. It's not sign up and go. I believe you have to wait until
there's like in advance through Gen Con registration system.
But they all start at the same time.
Right? I like how you said they fire as they come in.
Yeah,
like you get 4, you go, right?
That's how they used to do it, and that's how, like, okay, now this could be a staff issue where maybe if they just all start at once, then maybe like the same 2 guys can just run everything at once. But that's also logistically like really hard because now you're having like, let's say you have 8. Let's say you want to have 8 pods of 4 start at the same time. That means you're gonna have 32 people wait until the 32 sign up, and then go, right? But they have time slots where they're gonna do it. If you did 4 and go, I don't know. It's
maybe yeah.
It's tough. I mean that's how we do.
It
obviously,
seems like it's going to diminish their cash flow.
Yes, exactly. Because
maybe they don't like money.
Yep. So for us, it's different. For us, we go 4 and go because we don't have as many people as they do. So, we have like a fifth of the people that are there. So that's why we can actually do this where we go 4 and go. But they're a big. This is Wizkids. They should be doing this. They should already be like planning this out.
They like finding staff for them shouldn't be an issue. They're a big company. Like they should be able to find people.
People will also volunteer just for product.
Dude, give me a call, Wizkids. I know the rules.
It's so easy for them to do that if they wanted to.
Yeah,
but whatever.
Giving product is like the cheapest thing they can do.
Yep. And a lot of people would love it, especially if it's like Connolly's that no one has seen yet. Anyway, moving on to topic 3 because that's like starting to like make me mad. Okay, let's look at the secondary market for the team up cards for Avengers 60th because this is the first time that they're doing chases for team up cards.
I think that's a little crazy.
Do you think it's going to be like crazy, like a lot, or is it just whatever? Because you're still pulling. I don't know.
They're only chase team up cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 8 of them, so it's not going to be that hard to get them.
Yeah, because every pack has a team up card and a legacy card, so at least you're getting
something, right?
So something. Now the legacy card's harder because I think there's like 14 or something, so it makes it a lot harder.
So hopefully, and if you buy a case, right, you're getting 2 different cards, so it's like 25% of the chases.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to be the difficult part is it's not going to match up with what chases you pull. So
Maybe.
You're it's definitely going to have to go to secondary market.
So we had our pre-release.
Yeah.
And in the Luckily, so Jackson pulled the Doom, and one of the team of cards in the case was the Doom.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's how it is on all of them, but that's how it was for that one. And then the other one was like Ghost, the Ghost Rider one.
Yeah.
So that was that, and then the legacy cards were Hulk and Nick Fury, and he pulled, and then the other break that they opened was, or the case, there was one was pulled was the Phoenix one. Oh, Jackson pulled. Did you see that one? Jackson
he pulled both, right?
Yeah. That guy, dude, and he won 3-0, so he won too.
Oh my god!
So that's why he got the team up card for his Doom.
That's good. So I only saw, I think they put out 6 prizes. I think we went through 3 bricks. We had 2 Ghost Goblins and a Killmonger, and then it was 2 Lokis and a Nick Fury.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know.
I pulled, or actually Ryder pulled Dark Phoenix.
I actually think that these aren't going to be that. They're not going to be as much as people think that they're selling right now.
I think they'll go for like 20, 15.
Yeah, I don't think, because right now there's some like 60, 100, whatever. Because there's guaranteed 2 in a case, guaranteed. So you have a 25% chance, right? So theoretically, if you open 4 cases, you get them all.
Yeah.
Whereas you won't get the legacy cards and you won't get the chases itself. So yeah, I think 20, like 25 for like the really good ones, because no one's going to want to sell those.
Yeah.
But as long as this set is good enough where people are just cracking them, that you're going to see a lot. Because if they don't crack them, that means the legacy cards aren't being cracked as well.
Yeah. So like, it's got good primes. It's got some good chases. Like the chases, like people are going to want all the chases. That's why people are going to crack.
So they what's the name, pulled a Hulk Prime in the tournament, Matt, and I was like, dude, you need to trade that into me. So I'm gonna break the shit out of this piece. And we were just doing some of the math. On turn 1, like I said in bronze, like if you just play just a basic where you just give him 3 moves, he can heal on average. Because if you give him 3 moves and you have 3 terrain markers on your side, he's gonna heal an average of 6 clicks.
Yeah, that's
right. So he goes from click 10 or 11, whatever, all the way up to like 4 or something like that. 4. And then the next turn, when he sidesteps, he can. So by the time he finishes his action of doing whatever, he'll be on click 1. Because like he can charge, break, attack, and then afterwards he heals whatever the thing. Oh my god,
and you got to deal with it.
So I was comparing it to. So Aaron was asking me. He was telling me, it's a prime slot though. I said, I think the comp to Hulk is Destroyer Prime. Okay, a lot of people play Destroyer, right? Okay, Destroyer can die really fast because he only has imperv and he dies. Okay, well he's free. Okay, Hulk is 10. He's 10. His defense is protected, so you can't outwit him. And he has invincible on the top part, so that means it's hard to exploit.
Like you got to smack him hard.
Yeah. The second thing, when Destroyer gets hit, he leaves.
Yeah.
Hulk doesn't leave; he stays there, which means if there's more things, he can just break them. If they try to bury, he can just sidestep break, and then he can heal again. Furthermore, if they really want to expend that much energy, they're getting 10 points. Whereas if you're expending that much energy to kill Destroyer, you're getting 100.
Yeah, that's significant difference in points.
So it's, in my opinion, way better if you're going to look at, because it's a prime. If your statement is it worth a prime? The answer is absolutely resoundingly yes, because he's almost free without being free. Like Destroyer is free, but not free because he's 100 points if you kill him. Hulk is 10. Okay.
Dude, right?
Okay, 15.
So
'cause
much
he has
effort
cloak.
into
My
killing a
bad.
10-point piece.
15 because he has cloak. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So in bronze, if you have Mole Man to make him free, move 1. That's another one. And then you can the Mole Man that mind controls, you can move. Or even better, there's the Fast Forces cap that can power action, just let him move. Right?
Yeah.
So like on an Avengers team or a monster team, he's on turn 1. Dude, turn 1. Like if you get lucky on turn 1,
dude,
and like if you're lucky on turn 1, you get Queen of Wands. He can heal 9.
Easy.
And then you're gonna click 1. Average, you're healing 6. That's insane. That's insane value for this guy, right?
Dude, he's really good.
I'm excited to play him. Also, the sculpt looks nice, but
I kind of started liking Absorbing Man. Like
this is the one that tried pieces together.
You piece them together, and like unless you're like on the small map, it's real easy. Like it takes a couple turns, and unless they're actively trying to move it away.
But what is it? What is it they have to do for? I just stopped because it's like it seemed too much work.
Because I saw it when we were playing when I played against it in sealed, and it happened really quick. Like I think turn 3, it definitely happened. If Absorbing Man's on your sideline at the beginning of the game, you put down 2 markers, and your opponent puts down 2 markers that aren't within 3. At the beginning of your turn, you may place each fragment marker up to 2 squares away from its current square, and then all characters have free place a fragment marker in this square up to 2 squares away. And if all of them are in the same square, you pop him out on click 1. So at the beginning of your turn, and when Absorbing Man is attacked, you choose a standard power. Absorbing Man can use the chosen
that
power.
part I don't care. That part is irrelevant because if you don't get him in, that doesn't matter. So, because if he's coming on a click 1, I mean he's a 10-click guy for nothing.
Yeah.
But what? So okay, so I put it on my side, you put it on your side, and they all have to be in the same square, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens? So how does he come in? If they're all in the same square, or what?
If they're all in the same square, you put him in that square.
Let me see because I can't read it. At the beginning of their turn, you may place from its current square all free place marker in this character square up to 2 squares away. Okay, if all 4. Okay, so that means basically if you do it, they just all 2. Okay. So you have to be in that square. Oh, so you can actually place even what they placed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I mean they have to actively try to put it away too bad.
Yeah, they have to actively like go to the square. So if they want to waste their actions, trying to keep him away. Otherwise, he comes in and your team's up 125 points. Pick a power piece.
He's okay. His so they got in sealed. He was able to come out.
Yeah, real fast.
Now that's in sealed. Do you think you'll be able to do it in a constructed game? Because what is it? If you're in the square, it's a free to move it 2 away.
All characters have free places marker 2 squares away.
How do you place it again to open the opening? The start of the game is
not within 3 squares of a map of a starting area or another marker.
Not within 3. Oh, so it's actually 4 out. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So they're all 4 out. And they move too. Like they move pretty quick on small maps.
Yeah. But remember, there are big maps.
There is.
So I guess until there's only small maps, I don't think, because if you see, because like if you're smart and you always have a large map,
yeah,
and you see this and you're picking map, you pick a big map.
For sure,
it's almost impossible because that's an extra 8 squares you have to do. Right, and it says place in 2 squares. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could get that off, but see, this is why I don't know, because for 10 points, Hulk is already there, and he's the same as this guy, but better because he's on the map and he's on click 1. Like You know, where like, you have to do a lot of work with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Hulk's better, but I think he could be something to look at down the road.
Yeah, but remember, it is a prime.
Yes,
that's what Aaron was telling me. He's like, well, is it worth the prime slot? Is it worth the prime slot for something else? That's like me. I would probably play Destroy over him.
Okay, yeah.
Because it's gonna take you. Like Destroy can come out in one turn if you roll that 5 or 6. It's gonna take a minimum of 3 turns, right? Minimum, or more if they have like something to move them. I don't know. I guess I have to see it like come out. But I mean, if it's that, I would probably pick Destroyer.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
I mean, he's what 10 clicks too. Yeah, they're both 10 clicks. That's a lot. I mean, it's a cool thing. I think in a multiplayer game, this guy would be nuts.
Oh, jeez.
Because you have to like, you just might. If there's like multiple people, they might just not even like. They'll forget about this because there's other things going on. Right.
And then surprise.
Yeah, you never know.
So what other high value pieces in the set do you think are going to keep people pulling and buying bricks?
It's got to be the chases. I think the chases aren't enough because they all have the swap. They all have like the shifting focus thing.
Yeah.
And I think most of them are pretty good too, right? Like we went over, like they're good, right?
Yeah, they're all very playable.
So I think just based off of that, I think they'll keep them going. I think Hulk is one. I didn't see any of the other ones. Like I don't know if that War Machine is good or not, but is any other sideline thing too?
Which number is War Machine? I pulled Cap. I played him in Sealed. He was okay. He kept dying.
I think. Oh, hey, have you seen that Miss Marvel from the Legacy? Holy crap! Have you seen? She's really good.
The Legacy Miss Marvel.
Yeah, bring it up. I think they kind of spoiled this last week. It's. I think it's pretty nuts, man. This is a great piece, I think.
Oh, the green one. Yes. Okay. Adjacent opposing characters have a maximum defense value equal to Miss Marvel's printed defense value. Oh. Yes, I can. Boom. All right. Adjacent opposing characters have maximum defense value for printed value. So 50 points.
15.
It's a 15 defense.
Oh, it's better than Black Leopard.
Close combat, expert, hypersonic.
That's
classic.
not.
Oh yeah, no, that's high points. We're not paying 145 points for this girl. Oh no, she's a cheap date.
Look at this.
Scroll team ability. I like it.
So it's a 50-point perplexer that has that effect.
I still feel like 50 points is a little overcosted.
I don't think so. Not at all. Watch when you play Defense Shell and I put this guy next to you and then you die.
And I cry.
Because remember, what's his name? Demon in Armor is the opposite of this. He's 50 points. He has a lot, but the maximum defense means Defense Shell teams are gonna die. It doesn't matter if they're 21. You just move her there and then you just Sky Tyrant them or whatever. Oof. And she can also charge and hit somebody because they're gonna have a 15 defense when she charges.
You just carry her in with a Sky Tyrant, drop.
Yeah. Or she could just like charge, hit somebody with their 15 defense, and then she
roll them sevens.
And remember, she can like get in the middle of them if she needs to. And now they all have 15. So I think she's way worth it because a lot of people that play the high defense, you can't hit me. Okay, look at your mystery team. Your mystery team just dies.
Just cries.
They're all your mystery team that in bronze that you play. That's all 21 defense, 20 defense, nothing. Right. So like Clay's defend team doesn't do anything against this because they're who you just target who you want to hit and they just die because they're 15. Most attacks start at 11 now. Right? And if you're really worried about missing, then you perplex them down. Or you perplex your attack up so that you can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that means
but a crit.
Yeah. So that means like I think she's really good. I would
play her with a chameleon.
I would like to see if she can. I would like to see what kind of team. Yeah, you're right. Sky Tyrant is a perfect. Oh my god. You know what? Too, you actually you can get around like Harry Leland with this.
Oh jeez.
Because like
even if you get the -1,
even if you get the -2 from Harry Leland, there's still going to be a 15. You're like, okay, darn, I'm a 9 now. And you're a 15. That's not like it's better than you being a 20. I'm a 9.
Dude, and if you want to get frosty and like blind owl her out.
Oh yeah, you took to 14. Yeah,
right.
Like
and then she has like a 50-50 shape change.
Yeah, dude, that's why, man. I'm telling you, man. I think she's really good.
All right.
Yeah. I just want to see. I just if people are playing those high defense teams, my God, you freaking play her. Oh, yeah, that's pretty gross, dude.
Yeah, Saki Iron Man can carry her around. Like there's options.
It also means like someone like Sakari Iron Man just has a 15 now, even though he's at 20 because he perplexes defense up.
Yeah, and all those tokens,
right? Like that's nuts. Yeah, like you know, like World's Finest is like I just want to attack him because he's a 20.
Yeah,
like
not anymore. World's Finest, boom. Not anymore.
That's kind of cool, man. I like that. I like that effect.
That is pretty cool. Yeah, dang, 15, dude. That's sad. That's not making things fair.
Yeah,
that's just making things low.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's look at it into topic 4 here. Let's look at the Vegas regional. Do you have their event thing on their Facebook?
I have the Facebook page.
Yeah, but this is gonna be 3 days of Clicks goodness. This is gonna be fun, man. It was fun when I went the first time. Of course, I only came for the last day, but when you were there for the invitation, it was cool, right? Everybody had a good time.
Dude, it was great. All right, so same spot, same multi-purpose room, 1 and 2, East Bonanza Road in Vegas. We'll be there for 3 days. So Friday, we're going to kick off our co-main event.
Can you zoom in, please?
Oh, yeah. Oh, too much. 50's good. And went too far. Oh, there we go.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, see, that's what happened. All right. I was like, I could have sworn I already did it. All right, so Friday, we're kicking off our co-main event, sponsored by War Room Games. It's a 300-point modern age future state. So only figures and game elements from X-Men, Exoswords, and later released are allowed. So you got Exosword Slop, Hellfire Gala, Avengers Forever, Batman Team Up, Spider-Man Beyond. And I think that's all that's going to be legal,
that's
right?
It, yeah. Yep, because Avengers 60 is not out yet.
So what about Con Ellie's?
Yeah, so he actually put, I think he put what the sets were legal on there at some point. Yeah, but they're the 2022 or 2021s I think are legal. So like the Wonder Woman, the Wonder Woman Death Metal, that batch and onward are legal. Yeah, so the Wonder Woman's still in. Yep. Right. Yeah, can you go up? Does it say what the modern? No, it doesn't have never mind. It doesn't show it on there. Yeah, but I feel like you should probably put that on there because I feel like the Wonder Woman, was it released before X of Swords? I'm not sure. I feel like it was because I feel like.
When did they give her out? Something. They gave her out at.
Oh, they gave her out at Worlds, yeah.
And everyone played the Eggpok Legacy, so yes.
It was legal. Okay. So then, yeah. So so that Wonder Woman, like Ashley and Catwoman, Bats, like all that.
All right.
It's cool. It's almost like a modern floor back in the day where it was like you had to play. It was modern, but you had to play half of your team or more from the newest set.
It's like blocks in Magic.
Yeah, blocks. Exactly. There you go. Blocks. Yep.
All right, that's cool.
So this should definitely change things because there's no Disney Plus stuff. There's no
no Scarab. Yeah, no Sky Tyrant. What are people gonna do? No black
no
cards?
House of.
Oh my god, what?
So all that means is just gonna play fucking Carnage Surfer. That's it.
Yeah. Carnage Surfer and Genesis APOC. Let's go.
Yeah, that's it, man. I just want, you know what? Someone's just gonna play like we're just gonna play APOC, the what's it called?
Full points?
300 points, two full points.
Full point APOC. Let's
Right?
go.
Like, is that enough?
It could be. Could be.
That's fine.
All right. So first place gets a brick of the most recent scent, $40
40
gift card to
gifts.
War
Good.
Room, Connelly, choice of slop figure, and then subsequential
good.
pricing moving forward, going down.
All the way down to 916. That's good. $30 cash only.
Yep, 4 or 5 rounds of Swiss, and then
So it's gonna be, so it's no cut. So that means it's only until one undefeated, basically.
sounds good. All right.
And then there's yours, or the regional.
The regional Saturday main event sponsored by me, Clicks Collective. So it's gonna be Majestix Invitational Championship Regional, 300 points bronze. Let's see.
Are you giving a bunch of, like, when you're sponsoring, are you giving some pricing or anything?
Yeah. So I'm giving away a brick of the most recent set,
Oh,
$100
okay, that's
cash.
okay. Nice. So this is coming from you.
Yeah.
Nice.
So the brick's
okay.
coming from me. The cash is coming from me. Half of the top 4 Connellys are coming from me. The other half is coming from the regional
Nice.
kit,
Yep,
and
nice.
then some other stuff. So championship plaque, invite to the championship event in December, the neoprene map, boxing ring, and their choice of a Connelly. The Connellys I'm donating is the Fulcum,
Nice.
the Frosty and Gingerbread, Superman Prime, and then
Oh, Superman Prime! Holy shit!
and then yes, and then what is it? Roland wanted a John Cena,
Okay.
and then
Okay,
whatever
okay.
4 you sent. I don't know what you sent.
I think the Fantastic Thors might have been one of them.
Okay,
Or what was the one that I gave you? What was the one that
you gave me Fantastic Thors.
Okay, then I sent him the Phoenix one, the one that
Phoenix
looks like on a
Sentinel?
bike. No, the one on the bike, whatever. She looks like she's like riding something.
Oh
She could do-
yes, I know which one. Like that one, that Phoenix. That one's good.
That's I think that was like the big one. I think there's, it was like maybe Batcats and stuff.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Wow, look at that.
Second
Cash for
place got
second,
50
third, and fourth. Okay.
$50 cash. Invite to the regional. Everything Connelly. $25 cash for third, fourth, and then 5th through 8 you get your neoprene mat and your Connelly. 9 through 16 there's a choice of LE figure.
Most KO
then-
points, baby.
Hey, this is where I stole the idea from. Most KO points gets the location bonus, which I thought worked out. That was cool. It was a fun little thing that I think Richard was happy to get it. Like, acknowledge that he actually got it. But it was like under 900 points, right, for Richard? Or it was like around 900.
It was like 985 or something.
It was like really low for.
It was just about 1,000. It was just like around 1,000 because I had like 950 something.
Yeah, it was very low for 5 rounds of Swiss.
Yeah, because remember teams that are scarab teams score low. So he's a scarab team, so they score low.
But he won the most.
Yeah.
All right, participation. You get those Manu Majestic dice.
Well, you know why? It's because he went 5-0, didn't he?
Yeah.
He went,
no, he was 4-1.
Yeah, listen, went 5-0. Okay.
Pair dice. Is it the bone dice?
Yeah.
That are going out. Okay. Yep. Majestic bystander tokens, and entry fee is going to be $40 cash only.
Yep. And the top 8 is going to be on Sunday.
Yep. Top 8 is going to be Sunday, just
Nice.
so everybody hears. It's clear.
Yep.
Well, there's been some confusion in the past. Registration 10 a.m. to 10:30.
Chip's listening. He has a shot at him.
That was the point. Yeah, Roland's expecting a lot of people for Saturday, so should be good. I think he's expecting to crush the number that we've had.
He thinks it's gonna be more than 50.
That's what he's thinking. Yeah, he thinks it's gonna be a lot of people.
Okay.
And then top 8 Sunday, single limb, same teams for Sunday.
Yeah.
Same teams. Again, I guess you got to register again on Sunday. But you don't have to pay.
No, it's not register. It's just to go there to make sure that everything's like your list and everything's correct.
Yeah. Everything's on the up and up.
Yeah, up and up. Yeah, exactly. You didn't change your shit.
And then Sunday, featured event sponsored by Troll Skull Games. 300 modern popper. Figures only, no special object equipment, tarot cards, mystery cards, location bonuses.
Nice.
Only figures are white and green tabs, or white and green set symbols are allowed. Prime legacy figures are not allowed.
Nice.
Special terrain standard objects are allowed. Standard terrain. So first place gets Galactus, $25 voucher to Troll Skull LE, and then subsequential pricing going down. Nice. 3 to 4 rounds of Swiss, $10 entry, 10:30 start time. So get there early. And then, hey, that's me. Side events. We're doing Avengers pre-release. I'm gonna spread it out through the weekend because I know there's some people that came on Saturday didn't get in.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So I'm gonna
that sucks.
set aside some for Friday, set aside some for Saturday. If there happens to be any Sunday, that'll be weird. So it's gonna be 17 for BRs, $35 for 2 boosters sealed. And for regular stuff, 2 boosters sealed for a Con LE. Spider-Man's going to be 40. Batman Team-Up's going to be 40. Avengers and Exosword are 35. Battle Royales, 17 for Spider-Man, Batman, and then 15 for Avengers Exosword. That's all I'm bringing. Only those 4 sets. I brought way too much last time. But it looked great. Tournament participation gifts from Roland. Gift bags, bunch of cool stuff. Fellowship for the weekend receive a custom painted deep cuts Heroclix. Nice. Bronze Builder Award. 2 Bronze Age Builder Awards will be considered for the main event. Winner of the Bronze Age gets a pin and then $25 gift card to Majestix. I didn't know I got that. Was that same for Bakersfield too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'm going to use that on a map.
Yeah.
Let's see. The first award will be chosen based on the core mechanics, effectiveness, uniqueness of a team that is built around true Bronze Age figures.
That's a good one.
So basically pre-Spider-Man, right? All the old card style.
Yep.
Figure and game element from Superman 2011 to Civil War, which is exactly what I described. To qualify for the second award, you must build a Bronze Age floor team with 150 points.
See, that's the floor I was telling you about.
Yeah, or more of 150 points of your build must come from figures or game elements from Superman to Civil War. If no player qualifies for the second, winner be chosen based on the core mechanic. Player bounties. There will be a special player bounty for the main event. Interesting. Games will be live streamed all weekend long. There will be vendors selling Heroclix singles, products. Cool.
Boom, there you go.
I wonder if the bounty is going to be on all the previous ICQ winners.
Probably, like it should be. Like I think Richard's going to go. So like it should be on him. It should be on Nick. It should be on. Well, this is not going to be there.
Yeah, probably me.
Yeah, because you're going to play, right?
Yeah, I'm going to play.
Are you going to play on Friday also, or are you going to
I think I'm going to play on Friday.
Okay.
I think I'll play Friday.
All right. Well, I think that's it. Can't wait. It's gonna be fun, man. Like, it should be cool. Like, I really hope they get a lot.
Yeah, I'm excited. Gonna eat some good food. Gonna hang out with the homies.
Yeah. So
kid-free weekend without the wife.
Who are you? You're just gonna go there? I thought you were gonna go with. No, it's just you.
Quinn's coming with me. Brandon's coming too.
Oh, but Brandon's with Craig.
They're sharing a room. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Giggity.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Anybody who I know we're planning carpool, so if anybody, I don't know how soon you're gonna get this up, but Kevin's planning that too. So
nice.
Yep. But
should be a quick turnaround.
I hope we get. I mean, it would be awesome if the main event broke 40. That would be amazing. But realistically, I think 35 is a reasonable number. I think 35 should be a good number.
Very respectable number.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because 31 is the most. I think 35 or more. But I think 50 is really that's being optimistic.
It would have to be a big pull from the East Coast.
Yeah, or no,
The
it would have not. It has to be from like Arizona.
That too.
Right?
Yeah, if all of Arizona shows
because
up.
if they all show up, that's like 10 or 12 people. Then they can push it over, and maybe if anybody from Utah shows up. But other than that, because it's only going to pull from ours and theirs, I think 35 seems to be because I don't know how many people I don't know if Armando and all of them are going to go.
Yeah, he didn't go to the last one, did he?
No, but two guys went, Noah and Billy.
Yeah.
So all right, well that's it. Stay tuned, guys, for the stream this weekend. It should be fun. So. Check out all the cool teams, and we'll see you next week, right? When we'll do the recap. I guess until next time, remember, only bad players blame the dice.
So forget to practice rolling your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Shake it, Cali.